Hello, hello, my dear friends. Welcome back to Anna's English channel. I am so excited to be here with you today,
I'm your friend, Anna.
and I hope you are having a wonderful, positive day wherever you are in the world. Today, we are going to talk about something that almost everyone remembers from when they were young: pocket money. Some people call it an allowance. It's that small amount of money our parents gave us every week or every month. To talk about this fun topic, I'm joined by my co-host, Leo. Hi, Leo.
Hi, Anna, and hello to everyone listening. I've been looking forward to this topic. Just thinking about pocket money makes me feel like a kid again. I remember waiting for Friday afternoon because that was my payday.
A payday. That sounds so professional, Leo. My experience was a little different. My parents didn't give me money every week. I had to earn it by doing chores, like washing the car or pulling weeds in the garden. I remember my first $5. I held it so tightly in my hand because I didn't want to lose it. It felt like a fortune.
I know that feeling. $5 felt like a million back then. But the big question was always, what do I buy? Do I buy candy right now, or do I save it for that cool toy boat I saw at the shop?
That is the big question. And that is exactly what we are discussing today: how we learn to spend, save, and manage our money. Whether you are a parent teaching your kids, or you just want to improve your own English while talking about daily life, this episode is for you. Leo, what was the very first thing you bought with your own money?
Oh, let me think. I think it was a comic book. I read it so many times the pages almost fell off. I was so proud because I bought it myself.
A comic book. That's a classic. You know, Leo, the most important thing I learned about money, and I'm still learning it, is the difference between a need and a want. This is a great lesson for beginners. A need is something you must have to live, like food or a warm coat in winter. A want is something that is nice to have, but you can live without it.
Needs and wants. That sounds simple, but it's actually very hard to follow. When I'm at the store and I see a beautiful new leather notebook, I tell myself, I need this. But the truth is, I have 5 empty notebooks at home, so it's actually a want.
Exactly. We often trick ourselves. For a child with pocket money, a need might be a pencil for school, but a want is a chocolate bar. I think it's important to let children and ourselves enjoy some wants, but we have to be careful. If we spend all our money on small wants today, we won't have enough for a big need tomorrow.
That's a great point. I think pocket money is the best way to practice this. If a child spends all their money on Monday, and then their friends invite them to the cinema on Saturday, they can't go. That is a real-life lesson. It's a bit sad, but it teaches them to plan ahead.
Yes, planning. When I was young, my mother taught me to wait 24 hours before buying a want. If I still wanted it the next day, then I could buy it. Usually, after 24 hours, I realized I didn't actually care about that toy anymore.
Your mother was very wise, Anna. I think I need to start using that 24-hour rule for my online shopping.
We all do, Leo. One very popular way to manage pocket money is called the 3-jar system. Have you heard of it? You have 3 physical jars. One is for spending, one is for saving, and one is for sharing.
Oh, I love that. It's so visual. So every time you get your pocket money, you divide it into the 3 jars.
Exactly. For example, if you get $10, you might put 5 in spending, 3 in saving, and 2 in sharing. The spending jar is for things you want right now, like a snack or a small sticker. The saving jar is for something bigger, like a bicycle or a video game. And the sharing jar is for helping others, maybe buying a gift for a friend or giving to a charity.
The sharing jar is my favorite part. It teaches us that money isn't just for us. It's a way to show love and kindness to our community. It makes the money feel more positive, don't you think?
I agree completely. It builds empathy. And the saving jar builds patience. In our world today, everything is so fast. We want everything now, now, now. but waiting for that saving jar to get full is a very satisfying feeling. When you finally take that money to the store, you feel like a hero.
A hero of patience. I remember saving for an entire year to buy a guitar. Every time I put a coin in that jar, I could almost hear the music. When I finally bought it, I took such good care of it because I knew how much work it represented.
That is a beautiful story, Leo. When we work for something, it has more value to us. It's not just an object, it's a result of our discipline. Now, let's talk about something we all do, making mistakes with money. Leo, have you ever bought something and immediately regretted it?
Oh, many times. Once, I used all my savings to buy a mystery box from a website. I thought there would be something amazing inside. When it arrived, it was just a bunch of cheap plastic toys that broke in 5 minutes. I felt so silly. I had wasted months of saving on junk.
Oh, Leo, don't feel bad. We have all been there. That is actually the secret benefit of pocket money. It is better to make a $10 mistake when you are 10 years old than to make a $10,000 mistake when you are 30.
That is so true. Pocket money is like a practice mode for life. It's a safe place to fail. If you lose your allowance, you still have a home and food, but the sting of losing that money stays in your memory and makes you smarter for the future.
Sting, that's a great way to describe it. It's a small pain that teaches a big lesson. I think parents should resist the urge to save their children from these mistakes. If a child spends their money poorly, don't just give them more. Let them feel the consequence. It's the kindest way to teach them responsibility.
I agree. I also think we should talk about hidden costs. Sometimes kids buy a toy, but they don't realize they need to buy batteries separately. Or they buy a game, but they have to pay for extra levels.
Hidden costs. That is a very important phrase for our listeners. Always read the fine print. Even with pocket money, we need to look at the total price, not just the price on the tag. We've talked about spending and saving, but what about earning? Some people believe pocket money should be a gift, while others believe it should be earned through chores. What do you think, Leo?
I think a mix is good. Maybe a small amount is a gift to help them learn management, but extra money should come from extra work. If I wanted to go to the theme park, my dad would say, "Okay, if you paint the garden fence, I will give you the money for the ticket." It taught me that money is connected to effort.
I like that. Effort and reward. It also teaches kids to look for opportunities. I remember when I was 12, I started a small business washing my neighbor's dogs. I was terrible at it. The dogs usually ran away, but it taught me how to talk to adults and how to offer a service.
I can imagine you chasing a wet dog down the street, Anna. But you're right. It builds confidence. You realize, hey, I have a skill and people will pay for it. That is the beginning of a healthy career mindset.
Exactly. Even for our listeners learning English, think of your effort as a currency. Every hour you spend listening to this podcast is an investment in your future. You are earning a better life and better opportunities through your hard work.
That is a very inspiring way to look at it, Anna. Learning a language is a lot like saving money in a jar. Every day you add a few new words. It doesn't look like much at first, but after a year, you have a wealth of knowledge.
That's a perfect analogy, Leo. Now, let's look at how pocket money is changing. Today, many kids don't have physical jars. Everything is digital. Apps, cards, and online accounts. Do you think that makes it harder or easier to manage money?
I think it's much harder. When you have physical cash, you can see it disappearing. When you pay with a card or a phone, it feels like magic. You don't feel the loss of the money as much. It's very easy to spend too much when you can't see the coins.
I agree. For children, I think starting with real cash is very important. They need to feel the weight of the coins. But for teenagers, digital tools are actually quite good because they can see graphs and charts of their spending. they can see exactly how much they spent on fast food versus books.
True. Data can be a great teacher. I've seen apps where parents can set missions for their kids. If they finish their homework or clean their room, they get a digital ping on their phone with their allowance. It makes it feel like a game.
It does. But no matter if it is cash or digital, the rules of money are the same. Don't spend more than you have. Save for a rainy day. And always, always be grateful for what you have.
That's another great English idiom. It means a time in the future when you might have an emergency or a problem. Having a little bit of pocket money saved for a rainy day can turn a disaster into a small problem.
As we move toward the end of our talk, let's summarize the best ways to handle pocket money for kids and even for us adults. First, understand the difference between needs and wants. Second, use the 3 jars: spend, save, and share.
Third, don't be afraid to make mistakes, but learn from them. Fourth, understand that money comes from effort. And finally, set boundaries with your spending.
Most importantly, keep a positive attitude. Money is a tool to help you live a good life and help others. It shouldn't be a source of constant stress. If you learn these habits early, you will be much happier and more secure when you grow up.
And for those of you who are parents, talk to your children about money. Don't make it a taboo or a secret. Explain how you pay the bills, how you save for vacations, and why you sometimes say no to a purchase. It's the best education you can give them.
Beautifully said, Leo. Whether it's 5 cents or $500, the principles of honesty, discipline, and generosity always apply. It's about building a character, not just a bank account.
Before we go, let's look at today's key words. These are very common in daily English conversation. Listen carefully as I explain them. Allowance. ALLOWANCE. This is the money given regularly, especially to a child by their parents. Example, I used to get a weekly allowance of $5. Chores. CHORES. Small jobs you do around the house, like cleaning or washing dishes. Example, I have to finish my chores before I can go out and play. Patience. PATIENCE. The ability to wait for something without getting angry or upset. Example, saving for a new bike requires a lot of patience. Regret. REGRET. To feel sad or sorry about something you did or didn't do. Example, I regret spending all my money on candy yesterday. Investment. INVESTMENT. Putting time, money, or effort into something because you hope it will give you a good result later. Example, learning English is a great investment in your future career.
I hope you can use these words this week. Now it's your turn to participate. When you were a child, what did you usually spend your pocket money on? And what is one money lesson you want to share with us?
I can't wait to read your answers. Please leave a comment below. It's so interesting to see how different cultures handle money.
Yes, please do. Thank you so much for listening to Anna's English channel. We appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can keep learning with us every week. Remember, every small step you take in learning English is a step toward a bigger, brighter world. Have a wonderful day. Save a little, share a little, and smile a lot. Goodbye, everyone.